Hey, what's going on? Quick little video today. Should be maybe 5 or 6 minutes, even if that. If I can stop rambling on. Today I want to talk about my dad, since I talked about my mother last week. Honestly, I can't think of a lot to say about it. I told you there was an incident back when I was around 11 years old, and that did involve my dad. He was an alcoholic. He came in one night, mid-June, drunk, and I was injured. I don't know if it was something that happened on purpose, as my mother and grandparents told me, or if it was something that was just purely accidental. I've been told he stood over me, kicking me in the face with steel-toed boots. I've also been told it was a simple fall. Whole thing was, I was asleep on the floor. It was a really hot summer night. Didn't have central air. My mother had an air conditioner in her room. She left the door open, let it, flow around the downstairs area. There was a couple fans, and I just slept on the floor in front of the fan. So, like I said, I don't know if it was something that purposely was done to me or if it was accidental, but it cracked my skull, broke my orbit, gave me a severe concussion, and pretty much wiped out all my memories that happened before that age. Obviously, my mom and dad separated at that point because everybody was blaming everybody else, and they got back together maybe 7-8 months later, and maybe 6 months to a year after that they separated again, were divorced. And I basically have like 6 to 8 months of memories with my dad. So I can't really say much because I honestly don't know. All I know is in '98 he came back into my life for maybe 15 minutes. And since I heard all this crap that he was abusive to me and this and that and the other thing, and I had no reason not to believe it when I was young, but that hung on, and I questioned if he was abusive or not, but I honestly didn't know. But for like 15 minutes one day in 1998, he came over and we talked. He gave me a hug and went on about his business. And somewhere around 2011 or 12, I got a phone call from him. And maybe once every 3 or 4 months I would call him. Truth is, though, I was always apprehensive to talk to him. And I never really felt comfortable talking to him. I didn't know what to say. I had a lot of questions for him, but I never asked. Well, he died in 2014. And we talked just a few days before his passing. So I had the chances to ask those questions that I wanted to ask. Had the chance to at least get reacquainted and get to know him. But I feel bad that I didn't do more. He invited me to come out and see him several dozen times, and I never did. I was going through divorce and everything else when he passed away, so I obviously was in a bad place when he did die, and I didn't really have a way to go see him. or the funds to go see him, to go to his funeral. Parts of me are upset about that. But I've made my peace with it. Anyway, that's all I can say about my dad, because I really don't remember much. I have, like I said, 8 months of memories. And those months basically were me tagging along, going to work with him for one summer, playing Pac-Man and Donkey Kong, and having a pretty good time. But my mom resented him, and she filled my head with a bunch of crap, and I don't know really what was real and what wasn't. I hate the fact that parents do that to their kids. You know, I don't know how many women I've met that will just tell their kids their dad is garbage. And those kids, much like myself, grow up believing that. Sometimes they're right. Sometimes it's just them being vindictive. I really wish that I'd done a few things different in that situation. I really wish I knew what happened in all that missing time from my birth to the time I was 11. I wish I knew, so I could sit down and say, hey, he was this jerk, or he wasn't, or he was just an average guy that made mistakes, because, you know, we all make mistakes. But anyway, I gotta get off here. I got food sitting here getting cold. Yeah, I'm gonna move on to other subjects tomorrow or next week. I hope everybody has a beautiful freaking Tuesday. It is, August 4th. Peace, and take care.